Hi, folks. Again, my name is David Sykes, the chapter president of Southern California AFCOM. I'd like to introduce the rest of our board in the Southern California, apologies, in the San Diego market. We have Doug Allman, who is joining us today from his data center. And then we have Brad Schultes, who unfortunately is not able to join us today, but he also covers the San Diego market and help us down there. You know, the Southern California AFCON chapter covers from Santa Barbara all the way down to the Tijuana border. So we have to, have a lot of, what we decided to do is do 2 members per region. And Doug and Brad cover the San Diego market. And then we have Jason Shepard, who's our moderator today. And Jason covers the Orange County market with John Robertson, who's joining us from his house. Then there's me, David Sipes, who's covering the Los Angeles market. And we have an opening for a second board member in the Los Angeles area. We would like to, add some new talent to our board that can help bring value to our organization. Bring a little diversity and inclusion into our organization, and overall, just help out with, the overall goals of bringing good content to our end user base, our following base. Now, remember, AFCOM is a data center and IT professional organization. We are pretty heavily focused on the data center side of things with our board members. So we are looking for somebody with some good IT background in general who can, again, bring that diversity to our group. A little bit about the holiday social. This is our Q3 meeting that we're having today. And then in December, we're looking to have our 8th annual holiday social. That will, at this time, will be held virtually, unless magically the whole Southern California region opens up, and we really feel as a board comfortable with getting a crowd of 100 people together. But at this time, we just don't see it, but we are going to have a lot of fun. We have some ideas that we've been pondering around. But if you have ideas on things that we could do for our holiday social, from the whole theme down to just pieces of it, like games or what have you, that we could do virtually, please log on to our LinkedIn page, in which Jason's going to post here in a second, and give us some suggestions. Give us your suggestions. I'd really greatly appreciate it. It would really help out. Here's our LinkedIn page information. Jason will talk about that in just a second. Now, if you are aspiring to be a board member, please reach out to me directly at david.sipes, S-I-P-E-S, at me.com, M-E.com. david.sipes@me.com. And let me know your interest. And I'd love to talk to you a little bit more and introduce you to the other board members and see how your overall goals fit with ours, and if we could see what we could do to have you join our board. We'd love to have you. So today we've got a great content that we've put together, from understanding what's going on in the job market today with Di from DKKD Staffing. And then we'll follow that up by a great presentation from our friends at Sixtera, Kelly and Lael. We'll talk about where we're at in the data center space and real estate and things of that nature. So we're really looking forward to the content. I know it may be long because we've got two panels going here, but overall the content is perfect timing. So I really look forward to you guys' feedback afterwards. Feel free to go to our LinkedIn page again, provide us your feedback, and that really just helps us to understand what our end users are looking for. So with that, I'll go ahead and turn it over to Jason now, and I'll talk to you guys again at the end of the presentation, or the two presentations, or at the holiday social. Thanks a million. Take care.
Great. Thanks, David. Again, apologies to everybody for having a little snafus there at the beginning. Obviously, we're all dealing with the new norm, right, in the world of COVID. But again, again, apologies. Well, we are recording this presentation, or this quarterly meeting. It will be posted on our the segments of it will be posted on our chapter's webpage, but also on our LinkedIn page here for Southern California. Lower right-hand corner, if you're not already a member of our Southern California AFCOM chapter's LinkedIn page, it's a private page, so we manage who can have access to it. So, for instance, we don't have people all across the country. We limit the vendors from having the ability to come in and prospect our lists. But again, it is group number 680-6305. There it is down below, and we'll continue to post and share. So really excited about the session that we have today. So we've got two great panels. Again, as David mentioned, we've got the state of IT, staffing and hiring, and then we've got Cyxtera talking about the new normal in the world of COVID. So just the agenda here, we're already kind of well into it. We've got basically our news roundup. It's just kind of sharing some of the thoughts, what's going on currently in the actual market. And then we're going to go right into having Di and Kim present on those IT recruiting aspects, and then go right from there into Cyxtera's, followed by a little Q&A there at the end. So first of all, news roundup. We just had Data Center World, AFCOM Data Center World, again, first time doing it remote, but John, our board member here on the screen, is going to talk a little bit about what some of the maybe a few things that he found of interest. John?
Yeah, thanks a lot, Jason. So I attended Data Center World 2020 this year virtually. I thought it was, they did a really good job. So what I did real quickly to share with everybody is the top 4 presentations that I saw. I'm just going to be really brief with everybody so you kind of have an idea of some of the things that I saw. Now, if you're a member of AFCOM, I'm told that you can log into the site. I don't know if they have it set up yet, but you should be able to view all the presentations. So really quickly, the first one is the new reality why data centers are turning to microgrids. So there was a lot of deep dive into microgrids and how they're gaining a lot of momentum and popularity coming up in the future. The great thing that people are attracted to it is that you can use alternative fuel sources to go green, to lower emissions. So I thought that was really good. I just got a gut impression that microgrids are going to become more and more mainstream within the next couple of years. The next thing is 5G and the edge. It's complicated. The great thing is 5G is supposed to be revolutionary. Just the high bandwidth speeds are going to enable end users to do a lot more than we have in the past. The problem with 5G is that it's going to take a lot of infrastructure to build it out, and all the, let's call them access points, have to be in pretty close proximity to one another. So there will be some challenges, but the future looks really exciting for what I've heard about 5G. The last two, so the keynote from Apollo 11, that was probably one of my favorite ones. The guy there was in charge, or I think he had something to do with building out the computer systems on the Apollo. And he went through the whole story on talking about how, they had to beg to use software because they weren't sure if it would be stable enough. But the great thing that came out of it is the jobs that all of their hardware did was mainly surrounding navigation. So it let them know where they are, their speed, their velocity, how far they are away. So that's what the main job of the computer systems were, is to manage the navigation. It's really good. I highly recommend it. And the last one I want to mention talks about a brief history of the data center. I really enjoyed that one as well. What it did, what the presenter did was took you way back in time, and he talked about the evolution of three main technologies, which is, what do you need for a data center? You need fiber, you need power, you need cooling. And he told the story going way back to how each of those different technologies were invented and how they evolved throughout the years into what's known as a modern data center. So it was very entertaining, and I learned a lot about it. So that's kind of my quick wrap update on some highlights from Data Center World 2020.